India have done extremely well. We are into game number 4 in the IDBI FORTIS WEALTHSURANCE Cup here once again at the Premadasa Stadium here in Colombo.
We're ready to toss, and as usual, I have the two captains, Mahela Jayawardena for Sri Lanka, Mahendra Singh Dhoni for India, and Chris Broad, the match referee. Mahela will spin.
Heads.
Oh, it's heads this time.
It is a head.
Oh, goodness me, it's a head. Have you considered the casino?
Well, not really. I don't like gambling, so I don't really go to casinos.
But really, wonderful that you won the toss. What is it going to be?
Well, it's the same, we'll bat first because we have seen it does a bit in the afternoon, and I'm saying that in the last 3 games I've said that. So it's exactly the same apart from the team changes, Sachin and Zach, they get their rest, and Rohit and Irfan come in their place.
Thanks, MS. All the best.
Thanks a lot.
Well, you're one person who should never go to the casino. Yeah. You haven't been doing it right.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. Change of coins didn't help either. So, you probably can't blame. I think we need to play better cricket. It doesn't really, I don't think the toss does play a huge difference in this game. We've seen the other days as well. It's just mistakes by our part that, creating issues for us.
Thanks, Mahela. Have a good game.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
So the news from the centre is Mahendra Singh Dhoni has once again won the toss, and as usual, he'll bat.
And they look to bat well as well. 2 changes for India. Rohit Sharma coming in place of Sachin Tendulkar. Irfan Pathan comes in place of Zair Khan. And just the 1 change for Sri Lanka. Angela Matthews coming in for Ajanta Mendes.
Virendra Sehwag, well, strike rate getting better. Would you believe it? It was 100 earlier and it's become 100.4. Just got 100 in the previous game. Of course, Gautam Gambhir has also been in fine fettle. He's been, in fact, had a wonderful 2008. And he has matured into believing that he belongs. Good afternoon, Kepler.
Good afternoon, Arun. So much depth in the Indian squad, so they can afford to make a few changes and experiment with some of their players. So Kulasekara is going to open the bowling. Always an advantage to bat first on this surface.
That's beautifully played. That is a remarkable shot. Up front, just on the front foot, easing it past the bowler and mid-off for a wonderful boundary. Great beginning for Virendra Sehwag in India. Oh, that's gone really astray. That would be 5 wides. Not the beginning they'd hoped for. A boundary followed with 5 wides. In the air, and it's reached the man, and he's taken it. Pulled off a good catch. Jayasuriya had to run to his left, low onto his left, and they have effected an important breakthrough.
Difficult chance, very well taken by Jayasuriya. He's a good fielder, so the breakthrough comes, and Sri Lanka, they needed to get rid of this man early, and they have today. So that's a good catch by Jayasuriya, moving to his left. So the first wicket falls, a big breakthrough from Sri Lanka's perspective. Sehwag fails for once, he's gone for 5, India 14 for 1.
Well, surprise, surprise, it's Mahendra Singh Dhoni. An average of 47.69 and a strike rate of 90 plus. He is the #1 cricketer on the ICC rankings. And he's come in at number 3. Now, he is known to be doing the unexpected, and he's done it again. Like that. That has been creamed through the covers for 4. That's the start that he needed. 19 for 1.
Smashed away, and that's gone for 4. Yes, it is Gambhir advancing down the track and smashing that one. It's gone hard at that. Third man has a bit of work to do. Oh, poor effort. Just looking to put his foot in the way. Kulasekara the culprit, but Dhoni will get a boundary. Over the top, no half measures. And he's timed it pretty well. 1 bounce into the boundary. He's taking on Parvez Maroof now, Gautam Gambhir. He's hit it hard and he's hit it in the gap by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. The result will be a boundary. It's 72 for 1.
And this is Gautam Gambhir over the top of mid-wicket. He'll get another boundary. It's been so easy for the Indians. They made it look so easy. Another boundary. This is Angelo Matthews, punched off the back foot. And that is 100. The Indian 100 is up. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni brings it up in style with that extra cover drive.
Gone over the top, hasn't hit it too well. I just said he hasn't hit it too well, and he's cleared the boundary quite easily, and he brings up the 50 just for a few moments. The ball was in the air for a long time. More importantly, it went the distance as well.
But he's such an unpredictable cricketer, Gautam Gambhir. He has this ability to surprise you every now and then. Every time you take him for granted, he'll come up with something like this. Unbelievable shot. And he's got the ability to go both sides, over the infield on the offside and on the onside. He's gone over the top this time, and that is a big hit. Not the elevation, but he's a powerful man. 6, and he gets his 50 as well with that 6.
Both batsmen getting the half centuries with 6s. This is a flat hit. It was not premeditated. Stepping out after the ball was delivered, getting close to the ball, but not too close. Just close enough to get the elevation and the distance. We all know MS Dhoni is such a strong man. It doesn't bother running. He admires the shot.
Haven't looked to really attack too much, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and yet he's got his runs very quickly. He's had great scores in this series. This time he's gone straight. There's nobody straight. 1 bounce and out. 4 more.
Pick the dusra, again a misfield. Dhoni running the first one hard. He wants to. And they will get to 129 for 1.
One particular way to look at the third power play, which is the batting power play. Oh, that is a huge. That's been bludgeoned. That's the power that Mahendra Singh Dhoni can bring to the park. Awesome.
He played it with power. Talking about power play. The important thing to note is it's not a premeditated shot. He steps out after the bowler has released the ball. He has so much time to pick a spot. More often than not, it's straight down the ground or wide mid-on.
Smashed away, treated with utter disrespect. Lara Fernando comes charging in, and Gautam Gambhir sees it to the boundary equally quickly.
So not a good start to this spell either. So he continues to have his problems. In his first 4 overs in the previous game, he went for 35. He did pick up a wicket then. Well, 3 spills in that previous match. That's good footwork by Gautam Gambhir. He loves walking down the wicket and looking for that shot over the onside. Oh, that'll be more runs. Late cut. Well, and another misfield. We've seen far too much of that today. So Sri Lanka have had a very disappointing day in the field. Kulasekara missing that one at third man.
Yes, he sort of jumped over the ball. Didn't really slide onto it. Lara Fernando for a moment thought he'd stopped it, but was disappointed thereafter to see it just slip underneath him and get to the boundary. No reaction from the captain. Overpitched, driven towards mid-off. They rush the single, and that brings up the 200. As 33 overs are completed, 200 for 1. Catch it, lots of shouts of catch it, and it has been dropped. That was Angelo Matthews who came charging in but couldn't hold on to it. Another disappointing performance on the field by the Sri Lankans.
Well, another opportunity gone begging. It could be expensive in the end. Only looking to go over extra cover, but really getting a top edge there. That should have been caught. Matthews made ground to the ball, but he was never able to steady himself, so his eyes were always moving.
Shouts again of catch it, and he's caught it. Del Aro Fernando this time just plucked it out. So amazing. Looked as if it was going over his head, but he's held on to it.
Wow, how lucky is he? Just for a minute it looked as if he misjudged it. He should have really got 2 hands to this one because it was in the air for a long time. Went pretty slowly to him, but in the end he caught it well. He did well. Stuck that one hand out, watched the ball all the way in. And a relief there for Jayasuriya, relief for Sri Lanka. They get their second wicket. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is gone for a well-played 94, so 202 now for 2.
Yuvraj Singh walks in now with the second wicket just having fallen. 226 matches, 672 runs, very good average, 37.69. As good a strike rate, 88.4. So a fine career record for Yuvraj Singh.
So Kulasekara, he's been greeted with a boundary. We were talking about Yuvraj Singh and the power plays, and Yuvraj Singh is in such cracking form, Arun. He must be seeing the ball like a football.
Amazing he is. Just transfers weight onto his back foot and slams that past mid-wicket. He's got that high backlift, great power. He's bowled him. What a delivery. Absolutely magnificent thinking by Kulasekara.
Well, that's the wicket Sri Lanka wanted. And that is a big one because Yuvraj Singh, we've been telling you that he's been in such fantastic form. And Nuwan Kulasekara bowling an excellent Yorker. And, well, ideal delivery for somebody who's just in. Well done, Kulasekara. He's got a big one. It is Yuvraj Singh. He's bowled for 5. And India have lost an important wicket. 207 for 3. Yusuf Pathan is the new batsman. Those are his stats. He did score an excellent half-century in the last game in very quick time. He's come in because India are currently using their batting power play. He could be a very handy player to have around because he could hit the ball hard, hit it over the top. And he's bowled too. He's out first ball. Kulasekara has got 2 in 2.
Oh, what a turnaround this is. He's on a hat-trick. 3 wickets have fallen in quick succession. Dhoni, Yuvraj and Yusuf Pathan. Probably the impact of the power play. You're expected to go in there and start scoring from the word go. The ball one, just chopping it onto the stumps. Been rewarded for some tenacity, Kulasekara. Gone for naught. First ball not. 207 for 4.
So Nuwan Kulasekara is on a hat-trick. Suresh Raina will be the batsman to try and avert it. Well, we've had Nuwan Kulasekara bowling exceptionally well. This was the first one. That was Yuvraj Singh yorked. And this was Yusuf Pathan looking to run it down to third man, under-edging to the stumps. Here is Kulasekara. Will this be the hat-trick? Suresh Raina is equal to the task. He gets off the mark. A couple of runs down to mid-wicket. In fact, they'll come back for 3. Suddenly, Arun, the game has come alive and we got a contest.
Yes, it's high time the Sri Lankans fought back and fought back hard. This is a wonderful over from their perspective. He's played that fine and that's very clever. That's 4. And, well, they all count whether leg by or not. Gautam Gambhir is not too pleased with that.
In fact, he doesn't seem to believe it. Arun, let's see what happens. Did he get a nick? Yes, he did. It was off the bat. So no wonder he looked very, very surprised. This is a good shot. Driven firmly. That's gone for 4. Taken on the full. Muralidharan couldn't catch it. It was wide of mid-off. 223 for 4.
The third man in fine leg. And he's got one away. Gautam Gambhir has managed to get one away. Now this is what is going to be the problem for Maruf. He's got to reconsider his options. He's just got to keep bowling it very straight. Even though this was the slower delivery, he's got that correct. But he just offered a little bit of width and length.
Gambhir is in that kind of form, Arun, that he will always punish anything, and that width was just enough for him to go square. And well, yes, that was a slower ball, the attempted slowish leg spinner, but a little bit of width. That man is in such good form that he middles everything.
There, he's got one through. That's the one he was talking about. He's given him a little bit of room outside the off stump. Just what he can't afford to do.
Certainly nobody sweeping on the offside, and he's been very square, very strong square. So that's the offside field. And he goes over the top. This will be his 100. And Gautam Gambhir reaches his stand in grand style. Well played, Gautam Gambhir. Another 100, his 6th in one-day cricket, his 3rd against Sri Lanka.
And out of those 6, just 1 has come at home, so he's devastating away. Now they all stand up for that 100. Applauded. Now, like I said, you can expect the unexpected, and Gautam Gambhir shot away from 100. Wasn't wanting to waste time there. Brilliantly done. This is one cricketer has been a huge plus to Indian cricket. All forms of the game, 2020, 50 overs, Test cricket. He's been consistency personified.
Yes, I think the strength of India has been the way they have dominated the Sri Lankan bowling, and that's a 250. Never allowed anything loose to go unpunished, and their strength has been they've been able to sort of convert the good deliveries to runs.
They've been very aggressive.
But this is a great shot. It's gone all the way, has it? It's bounced just inside and to the boundary. High score for Gautam Gambhir. He looks in great touch. Down the wicket and over the top. He's picked his gap very well. A bit of an inside-out shot. That's gone to the boundary again. This is Gautam Gambhir.
Third man. Oh, doesn't get there. Unbelievable. Kandambi, the fielder. India will get a boundary. It's 275 for 4.
Gautam Gambhir just gliding that ball, directing it on its way. And there's Kandambi. Well, he didn't seem to have judged it, couldn't even stop it. Just not good enough. Gambhir had almost given up hope. He was thinking of going back.
Getting his front leg out of the way. And getting the ball away to the boundary. Gambhir it is this time, 131 for him. Raina strikes it well, and it's raced away to the boundary. Bowled at 136 Ks, might have rocketed to the boundary at 150 Ks off the bat of Raina.
Yes, Fernando continues to be expensive. Well wide of Kapugedera, no chance. But he picked it up early. 9 runs so far coming off the 5 deliveries.
Long off is fairly wide. And Gambhir is in the form of his life. And no chance for the man at long off to get anywhere close to the ball. Brings up the 300 for India.
What a beautiful shot. Played with ease, came down the track very quickly and hit it so straight. Not too far away from the long off fielder. And he ends the over with a single. So 10 runs coming off Muralidharan's over. 301 for 4.
That's what they're playing for. IDBI FORTIS WEALTHSURANCE Cup. He's middle it. And nobody moves. 100 partnership comes up in just 72 balls. First time a score of 150 scored by a batsman in Sri Lanka. And it's Gautam Gambhir. 310 for 4.
Yes, and it's been an outstanding performance from Gambhir. Shown good form right through the series. And today he's gone on and on. 310 for 4 after 47.
3 overs still remain. Gambhir on 150. What an achievement. He becomes the first batsman to score 150 in one-day internationals in Sri Lanka. Big appeal and world record for Muralidharan. Finally, he had to wait a long time. Thin outside edge, Sangakkara completes the catch. And Muthaiya Muralidharan becomes the highest wicket taker in one-day internationals.
There it is, they're dancing in the stands. Gautam Gambhir, after a fine innings, has snicked one to Sangakkara of Muthaiya Muralidharan. Regulation off break, he tried to work it through the vacant slip area. Was only successful in getting an edge. Umpire Dharmasena says, yes, you've got to go. And there it is. A smiling Muthaiya Muralidharan is the highest wicket taker in ODIs now. Gautam Gambhir, with a fine innings from him, goes for 150. India 310 for 5. Rohit Sharma comes in now at the fall of the 5th wicket. His 34th ODI. It's off the mark straight away. Pushing it down to long on.
Smashed down the ground and he's hit it very hard indeed. Nobody moved. It's happened many a time on this tour. It's been the pick of the bowlers. I've spoken so much about Indian batsman Kulasekara. Has been very good indeed.
Yes, the good thing about him is that he keeps coming back. You can hit him for a boundary, but sooner than later he'll come back. He also has the ability to pick up wickets time and time again.
He's got the elevation and he's got the distance as well. What a hit from young Suresh Raina. He's getting close to a half century. He's on 48.
Yes, and quickly too, 48 of 35 deliveries. This time he picked up the slower delivery, went miles in the air. Looked as if it may not go the distance, but in the end it clears the rope. Went so high because it was the slower delivery. He got it on the middle of the bat.
And a dot ball to end the innings. 50 overs bowled. India winning the toss and deciding to bat first have finished with 332 for 5. Another outstanding batting effort from India. Gary Kirsten and everybody in the dressing room will be happy. There is no Tendulkar today, no Zahir Khan. Made a couple of changes, but the batting once again coming good. Sehwag getting 5, departed early. Then a magnificent, outstanding effort, you'd have to say, from Gautam Gambhir, 150. Being reached for the first time by any batsman playing in Sri Lanka. Gambhir 150, MS Dhoni 94 with the main contributors, and down the order, Raina not at 49.
And the bowling, Nuwan Kulasekara, the only bright spark. 10 overs, 3 for 63. All the other bowlers being expensive, with Matthews the most, 3 overs for 24. So another disappointing day for the Sri Lankan bowlers.
So the target will be another big one. Sri Lanka need 333 runs to win from 50 overs at 6.66 runs per over.
That'll be the time Sri Lanka will have to watch out not to lose wickets up front. The previous game was, the target was 363, I think. And they lost Jayasuriya for naught, and that was it. But really they need at least a 60-70 run opening stand between these two and at a fair pelt to really stay in it. Mind you, they're 3 down, but look at those figures: 13,087 runs at a strike rate of 91, and he started his career as a left-arm spinner. Turned out to be one of the best batsmen the world has known. Praveen Kumar it is, age 22, and he's getting better with every game. He's had a good time in this series. He's got 24 wickets in 18 matches. 2 slips for Praveen Kumar. He will move the ball around, that's for sure. He's had a good time, as I told you. Leg byes and Sri Lanka are on the board. That must have landed outside leg. It was certainly going to be hitting the stumps. I think umpire Dharmasen has got that one right. And ends the over, 5 without loss. That's true. Dilshan's got 4. Just getting his front foot out of the way, giving himself room enough to actually maneuver that ball into the gap. Well, that is brilliant. It wasn't a half volley, it was played on the up, it was just that little bit of room, and he's smashed that past extra cover. That's going to be 4 as well. Really went hard at that, the outside edge, has run away for 4. Never in any danger of being out. There was only 1 slip. That's going to be 4 more. That's the perfectly executed pull shot. Pitching it short. They were bound to check him out with the short delivery. That's the speciality of Sanat Jayasuriya. Just the flick of the wrists, strong forearms, wonderful boundary.
That's the Jayasuriya we know, very strong in that area. Very strong forearms, and over mid-wicket. No great fuss about that shot, but all timing. Great shot by Sanat Jayasuriya. The Sri Lankans would love some of those shots. They would want Sanat to play shots like that.
Oh, that is big, that is high, and that is long as well. Huge 6. They're really making Irfan Pathan pay.
Just look at this. Irfan Pathan is no problem for Jayasuriya, and that pace. Few paces down the wicket, and Sanat Jayasuriya gets maximum. Middles it so well, and this man doesn't seem to grow old at all, Arun.
That is a scintillating boundary. He must have really enjoyed that.
Again giving the charge, firmly hit. It's gone flat. The ball boys there, better be careful. It's gone the distance. Also brings up the 50 for Sri Lanka.
Second one over extra cover. First one was a big hit. This one was a little bit flatter, but also went the distance.
And he's taken. He's taken. Initially, the front foot was outside. He was looking to come onto the front foot, then decided to go off the back foot. Clever bowling from Pathan, and they've broken the dangerous partnership.
Very good thinking from Pathan. The follow-up delivery after the 6 was a good one. He dug it in, bowled it a bit quicker. Jayasuriya wanted to get on the front foot, but he was deceived by the length. So the dangerous Jayasuriya is gone. A big breakthrough for India and a good comeback by Pathan. Good support from the teammates as well. So Jayasuriya is gone for 27. Sri Lanka 55 for 1.
Kumar Sangakkara walks in at number 3. Fabulous player in his own right. Average just under 36. Strike rate close to 74. Played well the other night. Slower delivery. It's been smashed away through the offside. You can't give Tilakratne Dilshan too much width. It's a miscue in the air. Yuvraj Singh calls for it and he takes it very easily. Loss of patience, loss of concentration. India won't mind it. Dilshan's gone.
Well, no need for this really. Sri Lanka have been going well, their run rate's fine, so this is just a poor shot selection by Dilshan. It was a premeditated shot. He walked down the wicket across to the offside and tried to hit that over the leg side, but the line wasn't right for that shot. So Suresh Raina having a bit of fun there with Praveen Kumar. So Dilshan's gone for 38. Sri Lanka lose their second, a 79 for 2.
Mahela Jayawardena walks in at number 4. Went past 8,000 runs the other night in one internationals. And he's found the gap. Super shot from Sangakkara.
Too short and too wide this time. Sangakkara was up to the task. Played that square cut quite beautifully.
Full face of the bat, and that will go to the boundary. Very well timed by Kumar Sangakkara, getting onto the front foot. Slower ball, and Sangakkara gets hold of that as well. Hit it in the right area, over the bowler's head, and timed it exceptionally well. Nicely played by Sangakkara, played it fine intentionally, taking it off the hips to end the 16th over, 102 for 2.
They will need to just purr along with those singles, get at least 5 runs and over. Can't allow that asking rate to go beyond 8, even though you have wickets in hand. So they will be mindful of that, because the second one-day international, they almost made it, and yet they didn't because the asking rate got out of hand.
And yet again we are having problems. MS Dhoni doesn't look happy at all. In fact, he's taking his field away from the pitch. We had some objects being thrown at the fielders in the earlier games. Maybe this is a little bit more serious.
Well, he's showing what was thrown. That's what was thrown. That's a stone. He wouldn't be pretty happy with this, because Sri Lanka are really making a fight of it. It's such a sad occurrence that one misguided person in the crowd can bring about a halt like this. It's a pity.
India put up a big score, 332 for 5. Gambhir getting 150. And then in reply, Sri Lanka 108 for 2. No overs lost. We'll continue from where we let off. Sehwag about to continue. He's already bowled 2 balls in this over. Sangakkara, the man on strike on 33.
It's a single off the first ball after resumption. Pretty unfortunate that a section of the crowd had to intervene in this game of cricket, and as a result of it, as Shiva said, lost 27 minutes, all unnecessary, and that's where the trouble started. Thankfully, security has been beefed.
Played cheekily by Mahela Jayawardena. Tough touch. Yusuf Pathan will be to do the fielding. Batsmen have enough time to pick up 3.
You would expect in a run chase that the Sri Lankans will be looking for more than that. Jayawardena will come back for a couple of runs, because these are the opportunities. These are the weak links in the Indian bowling lineup. The Sri Lankans not making much use of.
Oja putting in the dive. and it's a good effort to save a couple of runs.
Now this is a good shot. That is in the open area. That will be cut off. 2 easy runs. Now this is what the Sri Lankans should look to do. If they don't want to hit boundaries, try and work the ball around. Try and get your twos and singles. Ensure that you don't lose control of the run rate. 333 is a huge target. And is he out? He is! Jayawardene has nicked it to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and Virendra Sehwag has got a big wicket for India.
Well, he's more than a useful bowler. Highly underrated Virendra Sehwag. Jayawardene really struggling to find his own form. Looking to run it down to third man. Big edge, second attempt. MS Dhoni completes the catch. MS Dhoni has a lot of confidence in Virendra Sehwag. He's a crafty bowler, and he's broken the partnership. Disappointment for Mahela Jayawardene. He's gone for 28. Sri Lanka 140 for 3.
Tilina Kandambi is the new batsman. Kandambi batting at number 5 for Sri Lanka. Did bat at number 4. Doesn't have great experience still in the Kandambi. Interesting, he's played in only 11 games. He has a huge task with Sangakkara at the other end. That's a 150 for Sri Lanka. Sangakkara does it with a single.
Thanks, Roshan. Swept down towards square leg by Sangakkara again. And that's the half century for Kumar Sangakkara. His 47th ODI 50. And it's come off 61 deliveries.
Back-to-back half centuries for Sangakkara in this series.
Yes, the boundaries have dried up. It's been singles, the spinners kept it quite tight.
Oh, he's given it. So that's Yusuf Pathan. Looked like that delivery came back in with the arm. Looked like an arm ball.
Congratulations for Yusuf Pathan. A little bit of... that's it, just drifted back. That's what happened. He played for the off break, drifted back. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni screaming the appeal. Dharmasena having a good look and then saying, yes, it is out. So Kandambi has to go. Hasn't made many today, hasn't had a good day, in fact. Gone for 10, and Sri Lanka now 163 for 4. 163 for 4. Chamara Kapugedar out in the middle. His 58th ODI. They get one, looking for the second. This time they should get it. One of the rare occasions they have been able to run to, hitting the ball midfield. Down the track comes Sangakkara. This time he's hit it, but he's hit it straight down the throat of that fielder at long off. So the first time in a while that Sangakkara has tried to attack, and he has perished.
Frustration there for Sangakkara. He had to try and do something to get this rate moving again, to look for the boundaries that Sri Lanka need, but he didn't get far enough inside the line. He was looking over extra cover, but that was straight to mid-off. Gautam Gambhir at mid-off taking a comfortable catch. And Sehwag gets his second wicket. So Sangakkara, he's gone for 56. Sri Lanka now 174 for 5.
Together on strike, they crossed over while the ball was in the air. for the Sangakkara dismissal, so he gets a single. Angelo Matthews, new batsman at the crease. Just the 5th ODI for young Angelo Matthews, 21 years of age, with a half century in Bangladesh, 52 not out, being his top score. Straight away he's off the mark. 34 overs completed, 176 for 5.
A good delivery by Yuvraj Singh, a lot of turn there. Off the outside edge, comfortably taken by MS Dhoni as well. So that's another wicket. This ball turned and bounced. So as we said, as the evening has progressed, the ball has turned more and more, pretty much like it did during the previous match as well. So that was a very good delivery.
Yes, he fell for the trap, pushed at it, got the outside edge. MS Dhoni did the rest, so Angelo Matthews goes for 6. 152 win from 85 deliveries. Near impossible task as Pervez Maroof comes to the middle. 90th game for Maroof, 913 runs. Strike rate of 83.8. As Maroof sweeping that one and sweeping it well. They need more of that. Good attacking stroke from Maroof.
First boundary in 21 overs, so that's an indication of just how much the Indian bowlers have dominated.
And this is a big one. It's gone all the way, has it? It has. No, it's just a boundary. So another important hit for Sri Lanka. That was Chamara Kapugedera. Middling it and getting a boundary.
Also, that's amazing. Now that's a good shot. Inside out. He's played it well. That's Maroof. So he's come in and he's trying to inject some life into this listless performance by Sri Lanka.
Well, that's what they think. We are sorry. And that's Sri Lankan support. Oh, yeah. And he's gone. He's bowled. Chamara Kapugedera has been deceived by Oja and he's been dismissed. Sri Lanka loses their 7th wicket.
He's bowled very well. This one didn't turn and he was waiting for it to turn. Kapugedera very disappointed with himself. But Pragyan Oja gets just rewards for some very fine bowling. 16 for Kapugedera. It's 207 for 7. Well, the new man in is Nuwan Kulasekara. He had a good day with the ball.
That's a cracking shot. It's gone through. Pervez Maroof gets another boundary. At least there is an effort made by Maroof. And he's gone, caught at mid-on. Looking to go over the top. Rohit Sharma taking a fairly simple catch. It's the 150th wicket for Irfan Pathan.
A full toss, he wanted to get under and over, didn't quite manage it. Rohit Sharma in the way. Maroof gone for a strong 28. It's 220 for 8.
Muttiah Muralitharan, well, he's in because Sri Lanka 220 for 8. The only silver lining. And he's gone. Muttiah Muralitharan looking to go over the top. A soft dismissal. Irfan Pathan gets 2 in 2.
Well, how things can change for Irfan. He was taken for plenty initially and now he's on a hat-trick. So Irfan has got 3 wickets in this game for him. Murli gone for naught. It's 220 for 9 now.
Dilhara Fernando is the new batsman at the crease. Average of 10. Irfan Pathan on a hat-trick. 2 slips in position. Everybody's come in. Oh, gets the outside edge. It was well directed going around the stumps. Unlucky for Irfan. Patan into the attack, and now he's hit it down the ground. Kulasekara strikes the ball pretty well, gets himself a boundary.
It's an excellent shot.
It's a much better hit, much better hit. Showing good intent, you will get good results. Desperate dive, not helping Gautam Gambhir. Bagepan Rohit Sharma. Some brilliant shots. A couple of sixes over extra cover. He's in the air. Nobody down the ground. But don't worry about it. He's cleared the boundary line by quite a distance. Maximum for Kulasekara. It's gone through the infield. Will be yet another boundary. He's become very angry after getting hit straight down the ground. On the last delivery, 96 kilometers. That's in the air. Long off, we'll just watch the ball sail over. It's turning out to be a very expensive over. Not that it matters, but Yuvraj Singh certainly not happy. Nobody at fine leg. He will get a boundary. Man in the deep on the leg side was far too square.
But another lusty blow there by Kulasekara. He's played some good shots.
Knocked him over. That's the end. India win game number 4 and make a record out of this. They won 9 in a row. The best ever performance for any Indian team was winning 8 one-day internationals in a row, but the men under Mahendra Singh Dhoni have gone on one better, 9 in a row and 4-0 up in this series. Comprehensive victory. 332 for 5 was always going to be a big score. Star for India was Gautam Gambhir and Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the captain, also getting a superb 94. Kulasekara picking up 3 for 63. Sri Lanka in reply in the 48th over bowled out for 265. Top score of 56 for Sangakkara. Contribution of 39 and 38 from Kulasekara and Dilshan. Pick of the bowlers was Irfan Pathan 3 for 58. Praveen Kumar, Sehwag and Yusuf Pathan picking up wickets as well. India have won by 67 runs.